Okay, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the often repeated debate about the Android operating system and the iOS. And people keep asking the question that which one is superior or which one is seems to be more efficient. And I think most of the time, as you can see, I think it's mainly a needless argument, okay? Because if you look at the history of the two products, and what you find in the technology space is that some of the competition always seem to want to, kind of like improve what the others have done. The fact of the matter is that the iPhone was launched in 2007 by Steve Jobs, 2007 by Steve Jobs. And at the time it was launched, there wasn't exactly any product that existed in that form because the iPhone had a revolutionary user interface, it had revolutionary internet capabilities. And the fact is, the first Google powered Android phone was launched in 2008 called the Google G1. And the fact is, even though Google claims that they had their own plans for the smartphone operating system, the question is, why did they wait till after the iPhone was launched in order to launch a device that seemed to be their own competitor to the iPhone, as it were? And one thing that's happened, which is why I'm actually talking about this, is the fact that you see that in recent history, in recent Android history, as it were, you find that Google's Android has had to face a number of patent infringement suits, and one of the most prominent is the one that Apple filed against Samsung. Samsung being one of the largest licensees of the Android operating system. And recently, a court in California, the jury in California, awarded Apple about $580 million, saying that Android infringed on Apple patents because Samsung licenses the Android operating system. And also, there's also been some dispute with Oracle because Oracle has been awarded about $8.8 billion for what appears to be infringements of the Oracle Java programming code. And so the thing is, even though people keep saying that, talking about Android and iPhone, it does seem to me, and to a lot of people who are observers of the trends, that the Android operating system, to a large extent, seems to have been modeled after the iPhone, and seems to have everything about the user interface, the features, seems to have been modeled after the Apple iPhone, and seems to be what people might consider to be a copy of the iPhone. And just to illustrate the fact what I'm saying, let's look at what happened at the launch. You look at what happened at the launch of the iPhone in 2007 and see the speech that Steve Jobs gave. It gives you some details and some insights into why you believe and why it seems that the iPhone was a breakthrough product. Because
so I just created this dope website.
Nothing like that
Wix.
ever existed
Let me show
at
you
the
how I did it.
time. And
First up, go to Wix.com.
you'll see that
now this is where the magic happens. You're gonna add an image and some text.
At the time that the iPhone was launched,
James Brown.
let's watch this.
So thank you.
And Steve was very, he spoke extensively about his feelings about the new device and what he meant. And let's look at what he said.
Before. Switchers. Well, I'm pleased to report that now in the U.S., Macs selling through all channels, over half of them are selling to people who've never owned a Mac before. It's not just limited to our retail store shows that you can buy episodes from on iTunes. And
anyway, I think that what you're saying is another occasion where Steve Jobs was talking about, the Apple breakthrough products. But the fact is, what I would just say at this time is the issue about comparing the iPhone and iOS, I think, is a needless comparison because the iPhone was a forerunner to every other smartphone operating system that existed at the time, and the iPhone evidently was a leader in terms of the technology, the user interface, and all of those things. And there is no way the Android, for all its worth, appears to have been just a copy of the iPhone. Thank you. Talk to you again soon. Bye.